Yeah.
I may have been a toddler during the high points of the careers of boy bands like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but I do know people who were around and conscious when they were a thing. And it seems to me like a lot of people thought of the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and other boy bands like that the same way that they think of One Direction and Justin Bieber today. You know, an insult to music, where is pop culture gone, blah blah blah. And there are probably a few of you out there now who are around to hate the new kids on the block when they were a thing. But even so, today, in 2013, I do not know a single human being who won't rock out to Bye 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 by NSYNC. And that's really interesting to me because on a day-to-day basis, the most negative things I hear from the most people about any form of pop culture is modern popular music. Like, how many times have you heard that Nicki Minaj or Justin Bieber or One Direction was like the death of pop music? But today, if you heard one of those songs by one of those boy bands, would you care? Probably not. You'd probably even dance to it. You might dance ironically or sarcastically, but you're still doing it. And whether you love or hate One Direction now, I can guarantee you 10 years from now, you're gonna be belting out all the lyrics to What Makes You Beautiful at whatever party or get-together you may be attending. Because as time passes, that passion of misguided anger and hate dies out and you stop caring. This little theory about how the consumer views teen idols and boy bands and stuff doesn't just apply to the last 10, 20 years. It applies throughout all of popular culture. You know, in the mid-70s, my father hated disco. He allegedly had a t-shirt that read "Disco Sucks." But today, if you popped in a Bee Gees CD or put on some Casey and the Sunshine Band, he'd sing right along. Even the Beatles, towards the beginning of their career, were only really well liked by teenage girls and French dudes. I actually have the Beatles Rock Band video game for Xbox, and when you're playing whatever show, you can see dudes in the audience crossing their arms and rolling their eyes like, oh, this sucks. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Justin Bieber and One Direction and etc. are not the death of pop music. You know, you might even like them, ironically, 10 years from now. So, take that to bed tonight. Yeah.